Welcome back to J&J Dynasty. Got something special, a real draft here for you. So let's start it off the top by saying hello. Also, like the video, please. Subscribe and put some comments down below. This is kind of a crazy draft. This is the very first one that's out there. So let's get into this and we will pull it up. All right. So as everybody knows, so I'll just give a little context here. This is the very first one quarterback PPR standard dynasty league at any level that I have. I'm tracking about probably 20 of them throughout the summer here, and I will be updating these videos to show you exactly where everybody is sitting as far as PPR on an average throughout the summer. So, and I want to break it down by months, and so we can see if guys are going up the board or down the board. So, with all that said, obviously like the video, click subscribe, and hit the button for notifications if you want this stuff on a timely manner. So I'll be hopefully pushing this out as quick as I get the information. But the very first one started on Monday. It's Tuesday, so I only have the first round. I've almost got the first round and a half done, but they're on pick 5 right now. So let's get into this one. So the very first pick should be no surprise to anybody. Obviously, Bijan Robinson. So we've got that. Everybody knows how he's going to be used. Everybody knows that he's going to be the number one. He's going like 2 or 3 in standard startups. So everybody knows that Bijan is the man. So let's continue. And this is when it gets interesting, actually. Woohoo! Some people wanted me or needed me. All right. The other J for J&J Dynasty is actually calling me right now. So you got to get him on here. So the next video or next person that actually was drafted was Anthony Richardson. When I saw this, I was scratching my head, and the first 6 are going to be really head scratchers because it's not going to go the way anybody thinks. It feels more like a super flex because of what happened with this. So Richardson went off at pick number 2. Highly a big head scratcher for me. I would not think of really doing him from at least until 8 on in the first round, just because he's such a project. But the guy wanted him, and the best thing is the guy didn't even need him. He has Deshaun Watson and a couple other guys for backup, so he's grabbing them for the first round. I think this guy had 4 first-round picks also. So Richardson went off at pick number 2. Then we start getting into some of the chalk picks. Gibbs right after Gibbs was the next in line. So he actually came off the board at 1-3. So we all know that. Then was Smith and Jigba. All right. So we got the top 4 guys, and now this draft got a little bit weird. So with all that being said, I'll show you the next pick. Actually, the top 6. So Jordan Love got cut, and he wasn't on anybody's roster. So at the end of last year, nobody picked him up at the end of last year. So he went off the board at 1-5. Again, when I was looking at this draft, it really perplexed me. I was wondering, is this a super flex league? But no, I kept track of this one last year too. But both these guys, for some reason, must have been watching too many super flex videos and grabbing these quarterbacks too high. There's no way Jordan Love should be going off at 1-5, but hey, that's what happens. And then obviously you have Quentin Richardson. So he rounds out the top half of the first round in this draft. It's not a mock draft, it's a draft. So these are guys, and they actually picked these guys. All right. So now we can get into the second half of this draft. And we'll start it off with the recap again of the first round. So Robinson, Richardson, Gibbs, Smith and Jigba, Jordan Love, and Quentin Johnson. So let's get into the second half. Jordan Addison came off at 1-7. Kind of a steal at 1-7. I've got a couple picks for 1-7, and I hope that it winds up that way that I can get Jordan Addison there. I don't think it'll happen, but that would be nice. Then you've got A-Chain with the news of him having the OTA love from Miami. He's flying up the boards again, so he went right there at, that would be pick 1-7-8, so he'd be 1-8. So 1-9 would be then Zay Flowers. All right. So a lot of difference. I thought the Flowers would be gone by the first half. I thought, A-Chain in the second. So this draft is a little bit, different than what I actually thought and saw from Superflex leagues, how things were falling. But nice value on Zay Flowers there. Then we had Dalton Kincaid. All right. So the tight ends were pushed down a little bit, and so they're just starting now. And the quarterbacks were bumped up considerably in this draft. So, like I said, a lot of people must have been watching Superflex content and been pulling Superflex guys. So, the next pick was Kendre Miller. I believe that's 111. All right. So, Kendre Miller almost just barely makes the first round. And the final guy, Sam Laporta. So, this is the full first round. Bijan, Anthony Richardson, Gibbs, Smith and Jigba, Jordan Love, obviously MFL. So the veterans who are not on teams can be drafted. Quentin Johnson went. Then we have Jordan Addison, A-Chain, Flowers, Kincaid, Kendre Miller, and Sam Laporta. So that's how this whole draft went. Hopefully this is informative for you for maybe moving up into the first round and seeing what actually happened in a real MFL draft as far as knowledge of where you want to get these guys. I personally don't think that this is how many drafts are going to go, but this is going to influence the first couple drafts and draft picks. So this draft just might wind up being a crazy draft all the way around. And that's what we're going to be watching, see how much these guys vacillate in their value, I guess, where they're being drafted. All right. Well, thank you for watching. Like the video, subscribe, ring the bells for more notifications. I should have round 2 coming up hopefully tomorrow. We'll see what happens with that, if they can get through the picks and if I can get a video made. But I want to get you this whole draft video because I got a couple more starting here. I think June 5th, 4th and 5th are the next 2 drafts I think that I'm going to be following. All right. Have a great day, everybody. No, not that one. I wanted that one.